Have you ever left a doctor's appointment knowing something still wasn't right, but you smiled, thanked them, and said nothing anyway? That's what happens when people pleasers meet authority. We shrink, we comply, we silence the part of us that already knows the truth. But here's the truth that changed everything for me. Doctors are trained to treat symptoms. You are designed to sense what's sacred. And until we learn to trust that inner knowing, we'll keep mistaking obedience for safety. Welcome to Journey to Self, Power Beyond People Pleasing. I'm your host, Sandy Bartlett, self-discovery coach, second spring guide, and a woman who spent years trading intuition for approval. Each week we explore what it really means to stop pleasing others and start trusting yourself again, body, mind, and soul. Before we jump into that, let's do our intuitive moment. The card that stepped forward today is victim mentality. Man, is that appropriate for this episode. The card shows a man tied to the bedpost while a waterfall spills through a window that isn't really there. He's surrounded by possibility, yet believes he's trapped. Sound familiar? That's the same illusion people pleasers live inside when we hand our authority to anyone who sounds sure. The doctor, the expert, the partner, the friend. We say they must know better and quietly knot the rope a little tighter. This card is your wake-up call. You are not bound by credentials, opinions, or systems. The ropes are made of stories, the ones that say being agreeable keeps you safe, or that questioning authority makes you difficult. But the waterfall, that flow of light pouring in, is your intuition, begging you to stand up and remember, no one holds the power to heal you, define you, or silence you. You do. Let this moment be your turning point. From deferential to decisive, from obedient to open, and from pleasing to powerful. And the affirmation that goes along with this card, I always have the right to make my own choices. I have the strength and the courage to live in my power every day. I still remember sitting in that ER. My heart was pounding so hard I could feel it in my throat. The nurse glanced at me and said, it's probably just a panic attack. We get those all the time. And I almost believed her because the good patient in me didn't want to cause trouble. I wanted to be agreeable, polite, the kind of woman who doesn't make a fuss. But something deeper whispered, no, you know your body. And when she finally hooked me up to the monitor, she got eyes wide and said, yep, she's right. That moment shattered a lifetime of programming because I realized I'd spent years deferring to anyone with a title or a clipboard. Doctors, coaches, partners. As long as they sounded confident, I silenced myself. Later, when a cardiologist dismissed my question about months of constant burping, I stayed quiet again. It took me 5 months to discover that the medication he prescribed was the real cause. 5 months of discomfort because I didn't want to seem difficult. That's when I understood. I wasn't being compliant. I was being conditioned. For your inner reflection, ask yourself this. Where are you still handing your power to someone else's authority? Where do you shrink back from your own knowing because it feels safer to be liked than to be right? You can respect expertise without surrendering your sovereignty. That's the line we're learning to hold. There's a quote I love by Caroline Miss, and it says, "You are your own authority when it comes to healing." Love that quote. That doesn't mean we reject help. It means we remember partnership. Your intuition and their education are meant to work together. But the moment you worship authority, you abandon alignment. For your empowerment action this week, I want you to try something simple. Before your next appointment, medical, professional, or personal, write this sentence at the top of your notes. I am the expert on my own body. Then read it aloud before you walk in. It's not defiance, it's devotion. And if your voice shakes when you speak up, remember, that's not fear, that's power returning home. If today's episode spoke to you, I'd love to see you inside Journey to Self, the Awakening, my membership community where women are learning to advocate for themselves in every part of life. This month, we're diving into how to stop deferring to authority and start trusting your intuition again. You'll gain the confidence, clarity, and sisterhood you need to stand firm in your own wisdom. Because your intuition doesn't need validation. It needs your permission. Until next time, be true to you.